Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Luann Pygott, and today I am going to make another pie. Last week I made lemon meringue pie. First time I'd ever tried that specific recipe. It was so good. Oh, so good. So this week I found a recipe for chocolate cream pie. I have only chocolate pies that I have ever made, which just been with the Jello pudding box that you pour it in a pie shelf. It's really good, actually. But I got this hankering to make pies lately. I don't know why. And so I'm going to make a homemade, looks like chocolate pudding pie, a homemade, it's called dark chocolate cream pie. I'm going to put meringue on this one too. I actually like it with meringue. You can also use whipped cream. The recipes tells you to put whipped cream on it, but I'm using these eggs and we're going to make some meringue because I like it that way too. So I am going to now flip around my phone here. And we will begin. Okay, let me get this put here. I'm going to take this. Let me see where we're going to do this here. Okay, so here we have, there's my pie crust, pre-baked pie crust. That's just a frozen pie crust. You can use whatever you like. And I have a pan. Let's see, I need to move some of this stuff here. First I want to plug my phone in. Hold on. I'm trying to get this not to tip over. It's a little tipsy. Yep, there it went. Oh man, I made a mess. Hold on. Alright, that's the first time I've ever done that. Alright, I've got cornstarch everywhere now. Just hold on here. Let me get this put back together. I lost my, oh, no, it's still on. Okay. Oh, it came off the back. That's what it is. I had it fastened on my little holder here and it just popped right off. Okay, I'm going to put that back on. I've got sugar and cornstarch all over everything. What I need is a bigger base. Hold on here. Let's see if that'll work. That's a little bigger. Ooh, it don't want to focus. All right, there's my pan. Oh, gosh, it wants to tip. It's top heavy. Okay, hold on. Let me move this up. Nope. It's popped off again. Okay, I've been doing this all along, and it's been working, and today it doesn't want to work. All right, let's move it down then. Hold on here. I got to get this to work. This is just going to be the most horrible video. Maybe I should start over. All right, here we go. See, it does not want me to tilt this today. Just doesn't want me to. Okay, there we go. I'll just move everything else. All right, now I'm going to have to get some more cornstarch or something here because, oh, maybe I can scoop it up with a spoon. It's just all over a paper towel. But I made such a mess because it crashed right into it. It's all over my phone stand, and so is the sugar. Such a nice little catastrophe. Get all this. I know what I could do. I'll pick up that napkin when I get there. Okay, let me just get that cornstarch off my hands. Okay. Let's begin again. This is a pan full of sugar. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to add that 1/4 cup of cornstarch. The remnants of it is here. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is right there. All right, now let me get rid of this. See here, look what I did. See, that's cornstarch all over the side of the salt shaker. I really didn't want to make this big a mess. Surprise, I did. All right, let's get that off of there. So then I'm going to pick up this napkin that I had. That's nice, clean napkin. And I have nice, clean hands as well. Washed my hands. Putting down everything all nice and clean. Okay, now hopefully our little disasters are done. So let's have, so if you wanted some entertainment, there you go. You just had some entertainment. I got my oven on 350. So then I've got 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of sugar. Then I am going to stir. I'm just going to use this wooden spoon to stir this today. I have that little whisk too. Let's try that as well. You can use, either one of these is fine. Okay, so we're going to get that all stirred. Then I'm going to put this over on the heat and add 3 cups of milk. I'm gonna see if I dare move this again. And hopefully, let me see if I can raise it where you can see. There we go. Maybe. All right, there's my pan. You can sort of see. So then we're gonna turn on the heat, medium heat. I'm gonna do it like a little above medium. And then I'm gonna add 3 cups of milk into the sugar, cornstarch, and salt. There's my 3 cups of milk, and then we're gonna stir, and we are going to heat that until it's bubbly. In the meantime, now you're really supposed to kind of sit here and just stir it. I'm gonna kind of go back and forth a little bit. Okay, in the meantime, oh, we are also supposed to add chocolate at the same time. I didn't do that yet. Okay, so let's turn this around. Let's just do that. Okay, there you can see that really well. And you can see the big mess I made too. 3 ounces of chopped unsweetened chocolate. Okay, so this right here is 4 ounces. So I'm going to take one of those off, 1 ounce, and put that away because we won't need it. And then I'm going to take a knife, and let's make sure you can see that really well. Oh yeah. And then I'm just going to chop this. I usually just use the baker's chocolate. And the reason you're chopping is I think it's going to melt easier. So I don't think it has to be done any special way. Just chop. Let me stir this again. See how we're doing here. Oh, we're doing well. Okay. I don't want that to stick. Then you're going to have 4 egg yolks that you're going to add this to. You're going to have some nice, I think this, rather than cocoa, I think this is going to really give it a nice, rich, dark, it's supposed to be dark chocolate pie. Dark chocolate is my mother's favorite. It's mine too, but I'm kind of making this for Sunday dinner. I'm going to take it over to her tomorrow. And we're just doing virtual church right now. But after virtual church, then we have actual dinner. Real dinner, not virtual dinner. It's so funny. It's easier to do on the outside edge. Get to the center, it gets harder. I need a different kind of knife than this. I need one that the handle doesn't go all the way down. Do I have one like that? Yeah, right here. Let's try this one. If I can get it out here without knocking the phone over. Here we go. Let me stir this again. Oh yeah, that's doing well. Okay, so this is what you need. You need a thing like this. So yeah, it doesn't smash your hand. I'm just not used to using this knife. I hardly use it for anything. It's a real good knife though. Okay, then I'll chop it some this way. Nice and chopped. Oops. There we go. There's our 3 ounces of chopped chocolate in our pan. And let's stir and put this in our pan. Oh yeah. I know most of the pie recipes I've seen, they all call for cocoa, which I think is still going to be good, but when you get the solid chocolate like this, oh yeah. And we're going to just let that all melt in there. Melted chocolate. I got it all over my hands too. Some of it melted on my hands. Let me just wash my hands real quick. Get all that off. And then they're super, super clean again. Okay, then let's flip this back around. I know, oh, probably making everybody seasick today. There was my little bowl. There we go. And then we're going to use that little bowl too. Okay, so I'm going to get an egg. And I need one for the whites and one for the yolks. Okay, so I have that bowl. So I'm going to break it into the small bowl. So I accidentally contaminate my other. So all I'm going to do right here is pull that right out, put that in that bowl, and put this in this bowl. So I got a bowl here too. One for the yolks, one for the egg whites. Let me go back over here and stir. Should probably do your eggs before you start cooking, but I didn't. Okay, then there we have that egg. Okay, I'm going to just pull out this yolk. I'm really not even meaning to drop it in here, but it keeps dropping. So just pick it up, as long as it doesn't break. Try to get all that white off of there. There we go. So there's another egg yolk. With a little bit of white. Get back here, white. This is why you want really clean hands if you're doing it with your hands. You don't have to do it with your hands. I just like to. It's easier to control, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. Look, that egg white, don't want to let go of the eggshell. There we go. Let go of my eggshell. Okay, there's 3. This is why you do this one at a time, so that you can't have any yolk into the white if you're going to make meringue. Not any at all. Okay, and they make all kind of things to do this to separate. Oh, I've even seen where you can use a water bottle. Oh, that one's really cool looking. Works really well. I haven't tried that one, I've just seen it. So I'll go here and stir real quick again. Wash my hands again. There we go. Now let's see what our base is doing over here. Okay. Let's flip it back around here. Okay, there's our chocolate. I want to turn it up a little bit since I'm going to sit here and stir. So you're going to want to bring this to a boil. Chocolate isn't completely melted yet, so it looks a little funny. Just got to get this to melt and to boil. Oh, it's smoking, steaming. I'm going to pour this in the pie shell. If you want to make a homemade pie shell, of course you can do that. This is the first time I've made this recipe. I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping it works. So I got it turned up higher. Trying to hurry this along. Well, you got to be, you know, steady with stirring if you turn it up higher. You do not want it to break. Oh, I can smell that chocolate. That smells so good. Oh, this is like making hot cocoa or something. I turned it back down just a little bit because it was getting like almost on super high, and I don't want that. It's really, really thin still. I hope it's going to thicken up. I'm assuming it's going to. Alright, this chocolate's melting a little more. We'll say it does take it a while to get off, to boil. And I started with the milk already a little warm too. I heated it a little bit in the microwave. Come on, boil. It's not sticking, I'll tell you that. It's doing real well with that. Really waiting. It's still got a bunch of chunks of chocolate in here. A whole lot of chunks of chocolate. Trying to get them off the edge of the pan. I think I should have put the chocolate in before the milk because chocolate is like splattered everywhere. Alright, I'm going to turn it back up again since it's not sticking. See if we can't get on with boiling it. If it starts to stick, I'll turn it back down. But this is really exciting, just watching somebody stir. Let me look at my recipe again real quick. Yeah, that's what it said to do. Okay, I'm doing it right. It is getting a lot darker. I feel a little sticking on the bottom. Let's turn it down. Can't have that. But I want you to boil already. Come on. think that chocolate is gonna completely melt till we get it to boil. It says once it boils, you gotta boil it for 2 minutes. Turn it down and stir for 2 minutes. Woo, I'm getting warm. Glad I got my air conditioner on. You know, it's been like 92 degrees here, 89, 90. Be warm. It was supposed to rain this afternoon, and it doesn't seem to have rained here. Wish it had. I need some water in my little lake outside. I don't know if they ever got all of those fires out about an hour or so south of here. Come on, boil. I can get that off the edges, but then it won't be on the burner to boil. It's making some nice steam, huh? I think I should sing a song or something. Is there a song that says a watch pot never boils? I know that's a saying. We need a song. You know, I think this might be better if it was microwaved. Be a little faster getting it to the boiling point. Well, it is thickening. Okay. I'm getting some hope here. It's getting thicker. Also about to burn my arm off here. Getting a sunburn on the bottom of that arm. A burner burn. But you can still see there's a lot of chunks of this chocolate that have not completely dissolved yet. But it's finally getting thicker. I must tell you, this must be one of the most boring ones to watch, of me stirring a pan of chocolate. Oh, it's just about to boil, I hope. Come on, chocolate, I need you to dissolve completely, please. I hear bubbles. Oh yeah, I think we've reached the boiling point here. We'll go ahead and do our 2 minutes. Turn it down a little. And stir for 2 minutes. Come on, dissolve. Seriously does not want to melt these chunks of chocolate. Look at that. Little bits of chocolate in there. It may still taste the same, I don't know. But it's not melting them. And that's Baker's chocolate. That's meant to melt. You know, I think next time I'm going to pre-melt the chocolate. You would think something fiery boiling would melt it completely, wouldn't you? But it's just got a little tiny chunks of chocolate. I bet it tastes the same though. We're gonna say it does. I'll never know. All right, there's 1 minute. Got 1 more minute to go. It's chocolatey, I'll say that. Just leaving little bits of chocolate. I wonder if it'll behave once I get the eggs in there. It is getting a little better. Getting just a little better. Okay, it's looking like pudding. That's what we want, I do believe. Oh yeah, we're finally getting there. Got about 15 seconds till our 2 minutes are up, then we remove from the heat. There's our 2 minutes. So let's move this over here. That's still hot. Okay, let's move that. And we have our egg. And let's do this. There we go. Okay, so then we are going to take, stir in the butter and vanilla. Nope, that's not where we're at. Reduce heat, cook 2 minutes, remove from heat, tape. Okay, then we're going to do it is the eggs next. I thought it was. Okay, so we're going to stir the eggs. And then we're going to put a little bit of that chocolate into the eggs. I've got cornstarch all over there. There we go. I'm going to use a scoop to try to, because if I use that spoon, I'm going to make such a mess. Okay, so you want to stir and pour. You got to stir it at the same time so it doesn't cook the eggs. And I got to hold this bowl too. Seriously, I need a bowl that anchors down. It's just hard to do with just 2 hands. There we go. And let's do another little scoop. This tempers the eggs so they don't, it doesn't shock them when you put them in and just cook them. This gets them to stay liquid. Okay. Oh. Okay, so then we are going to take our eggs and we're going to put them in the pan. I think you can see that now. Hold on here. There's our pan. Okay, there's our pan. Then we're going to pour these eggs into the pan and stir this now. Let's move that. Oh, move that spoon out. Just about dropped it right onto me. So you just stir as you go here. You got to stir it steadily the whole time. You can't quit stirring till you get it all in there and it's all used to being super, super hot. Scrape it all out of the bowl. Stir the sides. Okay, then we'll take this whisk out. Go back to my spoon. This spoon scrapes the bottom real well. I like that. Okay, now it says put it back on the heat. Oh, it's over here. And cook for 2 more minutes. There's our pan again. I know it's at the top of the screen. Okay, so let's do. Okay, we have to bring it to a boil again. It's like instantly boiling. Here we go. Ooh, that's gonna be good. My goodness. Okay, I don't see chocolate chunks anymore. It looks like it actually, like, you know, evened itself out. Hooray. Okay, I'll put all that in there. This is why you want real super clean hands. Super, super clean hands. Okay, are we boiling? Stir. I'll put my thing back here. Put the crust back up here. Okay, we're boiling. 2 more minutes. I got such chocolate all over my hands here. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Stir for 2 minutes. I'll tell you, I was worried about those chocolate chunks. It's boiling, it still wasn't even dissolved, but they've dissolved. Yep. Looks so good. This will be real good when it's cold. Okay, just a couple of minutes of stirring. We'll be pretty well done here. Actually, that is going to be in my way. Let's move it over here. I need more room. I've got chocolate all over my handle of my spoon. Okay, let's try to scrape the edges as we go here. Well, that first minute sure does seem to take forever. There it is, 1 minute. 1 minute to go. Because you don't see a countdown till it gets to 1 minute. Then it starts counting down 58. 50. It's crazy. Just stir. The thing about it is generally you don't have to stir it all day. Just a couple of minutes until but it does take until it boils. So we got 35 seconds. This looks really good. I wonder if it's going to be dark chocolate. I don't know about dark chocolate, but it's chocolate. It tastes like dark chocolate, maybe. We are now at 15 seconds. Five more seconds. Guess I'm watching the countdown. I'm ready to be done. Okay, we're gonna turn off this burner and that beeper. Okay, so here's our, oh man, does that look nice and smooth? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now we are going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. We'll give it some nice gloss. That butter is a little softened. Sat out for a little while. That should melt fairly quickly. We'll just get that in there. I'm just gonna let that sit there and melt. Then it also needs 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So I have a 1/2 teaspoon measurer here, and that will just take, making a big mess. It's okay if you get extra vanilla, it'll just be better. That's probably closer to 2 teaspoons. 1.25 teaspoons, 3/4. That's okay. Oh, vanilla smells so good. Okay, then we're just gonna stir. See, that big chunk of butter is still in there. Surprised he's not melted completely, but he's getting there. It's so hot. I think it would be fast. Boy, it's starting to smell good. Oh, yeah. So you see why I make this a lot with just the packaged chocolate pudding, because it looks just like it. Just like chocolate pudding. Oh, there's that. See, I was wondering if it was melted, but nope, I just saw a little chunk. I want to make sure I stir it long enough. Okay, is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. We're going to spoon it into the crust. Nope, look at there. Still a piece of butter. Still there. Come on, butter. I don't want a big bite of butter in my pie. Melt. That's got to be the last of the butter right there. I think it must have been a little colder in the center than I knew. Just about melted. I'm watching it. Okay. Now we've got it. Okay, so that was off the heat, and then we're going to pour into this pie. Now, one of the comments on this recipe when I copied it said that it was too much filling for the pie, so it may be too much filling, but we're going to try it. Since I hadn't ever tried it, I wanted to try it. Like I say, this is just a frozen pie crust, but you can certainly make your own. You can use the kind in a roll, you know, and put it in your own pan, or you can make your own homemade crust. You can do whatever you like to do. Okay, that is full. Yeah, it is a little bit too much filling. A little bit. That's okay, so we'll have some pudding. And the person that commented said they even used a deep dish pie, and it was still too much filling. Interesting. You need a gigantic pie. Probably if you use the rolled pie crust in your own pie pan, they're bigger than this, and that would probably work. Okay, so now I'm going to make meringue. Let me get this little mess cleaned up here, then I'm gonna move that all over here. Clean up these eggshells. Again, that was a pre-baked pie crust. Okay, now comes the noisy part. And we're just gonna let that pie sit there, and you can just cook this and serve it with whipped cream, it said, but I'm gonna do meringue because I have these egg whites and I want meringue. Okay, so the first thing I do, you have to make sure the bowl is really clean. It cannot have even a speck of yolk, not a speck, or any oil or grease or anything. It has to be really clean or they will not whip ever. I don't care how long you do it. And we're gonna start whipping. foamy, I'm going to start adding in some sugar. Just kind of lightly sprinkling it here as it goes. This is a half a cup of sugar, half a cup. For 4 egg whites. 4 egg whites, half a cup of sugar. Then I'm going to turn on low for a minute. And I'm going to add like a teaspoon, a little more than a teaspoon, like a teaspoon and a quarter of vanilla. Real quick now, I'm going to scrape the sides because it's got sugar all over the sides. Okay, get these over here to get all that down off the sides. Okay, now we're going to turn that back on. You all like the baking. If you do like the baking and the cooking, please say, yes, I like the recipes. So I know everybody likes to watch this. You want stiff peaks? I'm so close to it here. Here we go. That's a nice stiff peak. It doesn't fold or fall. So we have a nice stiff peak with our meringue. See, there's one in there too. See how it just stands up, doesn't fall over? Then you can take and shake it off in here so don't waste any. And we're going to go put this on the pie. Oh yeah, there's our pie. Look at that. Beautiful. I will tell you, I kind of took a bite out of this pan here. Oh, that is chocolate. That's good. That's kind of like a chocolate candy pie. Ooh wee. That's a rich pie. You're not going to eat a very big piece of that. Don't eat a very big piece of it. And then for meringue, I always, you want to make sure, let me get this out of the way. You want to make sure that you cover the edges and go all the way, overlap your crust. Because if you don't, it'll shrink and pull away from the crust and you'll have a line all the way around it that doesn't have any meringue. So I always do the outside edge first and, oh, look at there. I just made a mess. You want to lay it onto your crust like that. You don't really need to like spread it because it'll move your filling around if you have this kind of filling. So just like lay it there. And I do the edges first, like I said, just to make sure I have that covered, the edges, and then I will put it in the middle. There we go. This is a lot of meringue on this pie because this pie is so full. This is going to be like a mile-high pie here. That'll make it that much better. Okay. Put some more here. Okay, so now we got it all around the perimeter. Got it. You want to like push it down onto the crust. Got it placed on there. Then we can, seriously, I have it all over my hands. Then we can put it in the middle, what we have left. Ooh, that looks yummy. I think we could have done this with 3 egg whites, but it called for 4 eggs, so I'm telling you, that's a sweet pie. Woo. super sweet pie. Okay, now if you want to make little fancy decorations on this, you can. I usually like it kind of smooth because then it browns more of it. But you can do more like the thing with the little spikes on it. Oh yeah, that's got some good high level of meringue there. Let me get this off my hands. I'm gonna put it in the oven. Now, for the lemon meringue pie, I cooked it for 25 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna cook this one that long. I think I'm gonna try about 15 minutes because it doesn't need to cook the filling at all. And it's okay if it's just lightly browned meringue. And I got it all over my tray here, so I'm gonna get that off. Got it on the tray, on the stove. Okay, isn't that look pretty? Oh my gosh. All right, let's put it in the oven. Set my timer, and I'll take a picture of this at the end, put the recipe in the comments. And I hope that you enjoyed that. Let's do 15 minutes. And there we go. We're all set. You all have a good evening. Here, let's do this. There we go. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time, and try it out. See if it's yummy for you. Bye.